What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Q&A. This time it took a while to send a notification. Jesus. Hello, guys. New headphones. My earphones. Only one side is working now. I've had these earphones for several years now. Probably, I'm not gonna say 10 years, but I've had them for a long time. And finally, one side, the left side, stopped working 5 minutes ago before I went live. So I have these ones which are pretty bad. Like, they look bad, they sound bad, but it is what it is. They sound extremely compressed. Nothing I can do about that. Anyway, the music should sound fine on your end. So welcome, guys. The girl from the wallpaper you saw 1 minute ago was, I think her name is Ines. Ines from Tales of Hearts. That's a really cool wallpaper that I got, and I meant to use it as a thumbnail for something, but for some reason I haven't used it for anything. It's gotta be one video where I talk about Tales of Hearts. Tales of Hearts on the PS Vita. Originally released on the Nintendo DS. You know what, do yourselves a favor, don't play that version. It's not bad, but it's not great either. Out of the 3 Nintendo DS Tales games, I think it's probably the worst, Tales of Hearts. Thank God it was remade on the PS Vita, and that's the version you should all play. Tales of Innocence is also on the Vita, but I haven't played that. I barely played that version. The one that I played was a Nintendo DS version, which is great. It's good, but the PS Vita version is better. Hello, everybody. My weekend has been like ups and downs. Apparently I have tinnitus. I was gonna go to the doctor a few days ago, but there was a nasty accident and I couldn't go to my appointment. And so I went to I couldn't go, and I rescheduled the appointment for Monday, so we'll see how it goes. Tinnitus is tinnitus. Tinnitus, it's yeah, it's one of those tinnitus that it gets, like, every time I wake up, it resets back to normal levels or low levels, and as the day advances, it gets progressively worse. And during the evening or at night, like, it's bad. And it's very ironic because I'm not sure if I should blame the white noise machine that I use or the amplifier of my guitar, or because right now the volume of the music that I'm listening to, I mean, it should sound fine for you guys. But for me, it sounds really low because I have it really low, so it won't hurt my ears. So it's or the fridge, the fridge is downstairs, but it's pretty damn loud. The modem is right next to me. The noise of my laptop, I have no idea, man, what caused the tinnitus, but it's there apparently, sadly. I knew it was gonna happen. People like me always develop these kind of diseases, but I didn't know it was gonna happen this young. Hopefully it's something else, some kind of wax in my ear, or an excess of wax, or I hurt my ears, or an infection. Queen says that she's got an infection over here, so yeah, hopefully something like that, because tinnitus is kind of permanent and nothing you can do about it. And if it is tinnitus, I hope I get some kind of treatment. And I have my appointment tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, as usual, YouTube barely sent a notification because, sometimes they fuck with me. They love it. They love me. I mean, imagine, they have to love me, otherwise why would they pay attention so much to what I do? Right? Yeah, I hope so too. Oh, I didn't put a scream or something in the title. Maybe that's why. Like the notification gets sent quicker if I say something like "ah" or "damn" in the title, and right now. Today I didn't do that. Whatever. Things are going to change from now on regarding the Q&As. I think I'm in the middle of making a decision. Things will change, that's all I'm gonna say. When I finish like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, should you start Tales of Arise or Star Ocean the Divine Force? You should. Okay, so the Divine Force. I think the Divine Force is... everybody's gonna tell you that Tales of Arise is the better game, but no, fuck them. Fuck everybody. Play Star Ocean the Divine Force. Great game, underrated. I think Tales of Arise is what it needs to be. It's rare to see a JRPG that I feel is where it needs to be. Usually some JRPGs go way out of hand and they get like a lot of praise, or they get a lot of hate, or very mixed reviews, like Star Ocean 6, for example. But I feel like Tales of Arise is one of those that the consensus thinks it's a great game, but that's it. And I think so too. Like, it is kind of special, but not a masterpiece. No, it's not a masterpiece. And it's not one of the best Tales games ever made. It's also far from being one of the worst. And I think most people would agree it's a really good game, but nothing extraordinary. Recommend it? Yeah, play it. It's fun, it's great. But it's not gonna blow your mind. That's what the consensus thinks of Tales of Arise. And, man, I agree, believe it or not. Star Ocean the Divine Force, though, that's a game everybody, half the world hates. I love it. I think it's a bit better. It's just the more interesting game. I think with Tales of Arise, they try to play it safe. Not just in terms of story, but also in terms of gameplay. And well, the battle system is harder. That was a big risk. That was the only risk the game took, in my opinion. That the battle system was harder than previous Tales games, but it was more accessible. Like, if you go back and play its predecessors, games like Berseria, Cesteria, and Graces, all of those have these strange, hard to get into battle system, It's just best to play them on easy. But when it comes to Tales of Arise, I think it's a game that people play. People can play on normal. It might be too hard though, but normal or easy, and it sounds fine. It's nothing convoluted, nothing complex. That's why the game got... it was a commercial success, and it got better reviews than other Tales games because the battle mechanics were done in a regular... I'm not gonna say regular fashion, more like a... Well, like I said, easy to get into. It's hard. It's a very challenging game. I think it's one of the hardest Tales games. But it's one of those games that anybody can jump into it. If it's too difficult, then just play it on easy. I play it on easy because Tales games, I'm pretty bad at the Tales games. Most of them I played them on easy. Berseria I beat on normal last year, live for the second time. So I can hold my ground with some Tales games once I understand the battle mechanics really well, like Berseria. Well, I never really understood them 100%, but I understood them enough to play the game on normal. Arise, I played on normal mode until I got to the first major boss, and I just couldn't do it, and I was too lazy to train. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna play it on easy. And I beat it on easy, so... That's right, it's one of those games. Tales of Arise is one of those games where enemies have so much health, and that's what makes it so challenging, especially the bosses. They just put a lot of health in them, and most of them are not really that hard. I mean, there are some spikes, but most of them are not really that hard to defeat. It's just they have a lot of HP, and buffed stats. That's a very... I've been complaining about this for a long time, but that's a really extremely lazy way to develop your bosses, to increase the difficulty of your games. Because that's basically artificially increasing the difficulty of games. Just increase their stats, give them more HP, and that's it. I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to be intelligent. I don't have to use my creativity. Just increase the stats. That's it. Problem solved. And gamers are not gonna notice, and they're gonna love the game. And lo and behold, they loved it. So that's why I keep saying, Tales of Arise is a great game, but it's not really one of the best Tales games. I found a bunch of others like Berseria, Exilia 1 and 2, Legendia far more interesting than Arise. But still, I have Arise ranked at 8.6 in my blog. That's a really high score, So it's up there. It's up there with the great ones, but top 5 best Tales games? No, I don't think so. Yeah, so... But I think it got so popular because, like I said, anybody can jump into it. Oh, and let's not forget, it does not offend people. It's not an offensive game. Whereas Star Ocean The Divine Force... So I did an episode... we did an episode called Tales of Arise versus Star Ocean 6, which was the first versus episode we did about a year ago. It was the first one, actually. It was the very first episode we did. It's up there, edited on this channel, so if you want to check it out, it's fun to see the comparisons between both games, especially for the viewer who asked the question. So is Dragon Quest VII really going to be remade? It was already remade several years ago on the Nintendo 3DS. It hasn't even been 10 years. Why will they remake a game that was remade 8 years ago? I think the remake of Dragon Quest VII came out 7 years ago? 8? I think it came out like 8 years ago, man. Why will they do that? So, if you heard that rumor is like probably wrong, why will they remake that fucking game? It's fucking stupid. I mean, they've been remaking the first 3 games. Don't you think it will be the natural course to remake 4, 5, and 6, which were already remade on the Nintendo DS, but okay, that was like 15 years ago. So that makes sense. It makes more sense to remake 4, 5, and 6 than 7. Why will they remake 7? It's already remade on the 3DS. Or maybe they're just gonna port the 3DS remake to modern systems, Censored and with fucking pronouns. And Type A and Type B bullshit. Anyway, I doubt it's gonna be remade on hard mode. I mean, on I was reading a hard mode comment. I doubt it's gonna be remade. If anything, they're just gonna port the remake to fucking Switch and PS5 and shit. Hey, I called it. I think this is the last year we'll ever receive PS4 games. I think starting next year, Sony is gonna tell every single developer and publisher out there, no more support for PS4. We're killing it. We're focusing 100% on PS5. And yeah, no more PS4. I don't think so. I don't think they are going to continue with the PS4 route. I mean, a lot of games since 1 or 2 years ago have been released exclusively to PS5, or they were released on other consoles, but not on PS4. The large majority of them are still on PS4. But I think this is going to be the last year we'll see a PS4. Maybe next year. I think next year we'll still get some, but it's going to be like really rare. I think most games are going to be just Switch 1 and 2, PS5, Steam, and Xbox Series X. And that's it. Not even Xbox One anymore. Yeah, I think PS4 and Xbox One will die next year. This is gonna be the last year, and then next one, game over. Game over, man! Game over, man! No more PS4. It should have happened 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I kind of disagree. I think 4 years ago, PS4 were still at its peak. Everybody was playing it, consuming, buying, you know. So I disagree. PS4, I think it was okay for PS4 to be very much alive 4 years ago. Nowadays, though, yeah, it feels like dead weight, to be honest. Like, fucking die already. What? I mean, what do I care? I don't even care about this modern generation, man. PS5, Xbox Series X, Switch 2, I don't give a rat's ass. So. You spent an hour and a half reading before the first gameplay. Well, as you saw, I spent almost 3 hours just reading. But because I was just talking and talking and talking. Yeah, it's a really long prologue. Fate Extra Triple C. It's fuck, man. Like, I'm sure it's a great game, but like, I don't know what to do about that game. I don't know if I should play it right now or wait till the remake of the first game gets announced, because I mean, they announced it 5 years ago and we're still in limbo. The remake of Fate Extra is still in limbo. Like, nobody knows what's going on. Why? What's happening there? Why are they taking forever to release it? Didn't they announce it like 2 years ago? Like, oh, and everybody thought they're gonna probably release it by the end of the year. No, it's been 2 fucking years since the last trailer. You gotta be kidding me, right? So I don't know if I should finish Triple C right now or wait for the remake and then play the remake and then Triple C. I don't know if the remake is gonna be both games. New headphones? No, I've had these for like... This was my brother gave them to me about like 10 years ago. It's been a long time. I just never used them because they sound so bad. I mean, right now the music sounds very compressed. Speaking about my tinnitus, you know, it kind of helps, you know, when I'm working, you know, to block a little bit the noise of my laptop and the modem, you know, or when I play the guitar. But my previous earphones, I have them right here, you know, I plugged them in today and they just stopped working. Only one side works, the right side works. Left side, it's over. But I've had these for like 10 years now. And these are $5. They're Sony. Yeah, they're from Sony. But these are like $5 earphones, you know, so. And I think I bought them online on Amazon many, many years ago. I'm surprised they lasted this long, but yeah. They fucked out today, so I'm wearing these ones. Which is exactly the reason why I don't have a lot of viewers right now. They click and he looks like shit. Let's go, bye. He looks ridiculous. Or is it because of the dragon? People hate the fucking dragon. Do you guys hate the fucking dragon? Oh yeah, I want to borrow your Betty Boop headphones. Yeah, please send them to me. The fuck Betty Boop, man. Send me your Hello Kitty headphones. Big one, super pink, rainbow color, you know. I'll wear them with pride, with a pride flag behind me. PS4 is over 7 years old. PS4 is 12 years old. It's about to be 12 years old. 12. Yeah, but well, going back to PS4, the accessibility is what matters to most people, because the PlayStation 5, as I've discussed with you guys many times in the past, it's super expensive. Games are expensive, so I think it was a great idea, a great decision from Sony to keep the PlayStation 4 alive this much for these many years. And this year, it looks like it's still very much alive. I think this is the last year. Starting next year, they're probably gonna kill it because it's overdue. But I'm happy. You know, I fucking hate Sony and PlayStation nowadays, but if there's one thing that I can praise them and respect them and applaud them for, you know, it's this. You know, that they kept the PlayStation 4 alive all these years because they knew that. They knew they fucked up with the PS5. They knew they released the PS5 and it's like, oh, say goodbye to the PS4, but nobody was buying their stupid console because it was just too expensive and nobody cared about their exclusive fucking games. All people wanted them on Steam and other consoles, so it was like, okay, so we gotta keep the PlayStation 4 alive, I guess. So they were probably forced to that decision, but I'm glad they made that decision. I'm glad they were forced to that decision. So I don't respect that decision because it wasn't made out of goodwill, I'm pretty sure, but I applaud the decision to keep them alive, to keep the PS4 alive. And how much is a PS4 nowadays anyway, used? Forget about sealed. How much is a PS4 nowadays? I don't know. Like $100? 200? I don't think it's $100. I don't think a PS4 goes for $100 anywhere. Maybe, or maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. I have the vanilla PS4, the prototype, the first release of the PS4. I have no idea how much it goes for nowadays. Just the PS4, regular hard drive, one controller, that's it, no games, you know. I don't even know. I still have my PlayStation 3 as well. I have my PS2, my PSP, my PS Vita, my PS TV, my 3DS. That's it. I wish I still had my Super Nintendo. You want Stellar Blade? Yeah, I want it on PS5 because I know how to play it without the censorship. All I gotta do is buy the game, put the disc on and play it offline so it won't update. That's what I need to do, but it's still fucking expensive. It came out on Steam like a month ago, didn't it? No, on PS5 it's still like $50, $60, you know. I think it's gonna come down maybe next year. Oh, we have Prime Day coming soon, but it's gonna be like 40, you know. I'm probably gonna get Stellar Blade once it gets to 20, 25 bucks because I feel it's one of those games that I don't need. I really want to play it, but I don't need it, you know, because I think most of my viewers don't give a shit about it because it came out a year ago. The trend is over. Oh, Prime Day ended today. Oh, fuck. Too bad. I didn't know that. Anyway, Stellar Blade is one of those games that I'm just not in a hurry to play it anymore. Like, I wanted the PS5 price to drop so I could buy it and play it and review it, but if I keep waiting, you know, nobody cares, and it's also one of those, it's like Yakuza. You know, whenever I do something on Yakuza, nobody gives a shit because the entire fucking internet makes videos and reviews about it. So Stellar Blade is the same case. It's like, what's the point? I'd rather just focus on the obscure shit that no one talks about. That's my jam. It's been my jam since I started this channel. Sure, I got into the super popular and trending JRPGs for a while, but that's over. Nowadays, I just care about the obscure and retro games. But don't worry not. I will play Stellar Blade and probably review it to get my 4,000 views. Crimson Shroud. This is a 3DS digital-only JRPG by Level 5. I think this is the most obscure Level 5 JRPG. It's not a bad game, but I couldn't get into it. Couldn't get into the battle system. The story was great, though. You guess the remake contains only first game based on the trailer that you have watched. The game will be really long if they include both games. Yeah, extremely fucking long, but they should do that. But they're not gonna do that, you know, because they want to sell 2 games. Selling 2 games is better than selling 1 game. Not all the time, but most of the time. What's your favorite snack to eat while gaming? I don't need snacks. Yeah, well, it succeeded, Mystery Kid. Don't worry, it succeeded. No, but nobody cares. Barely anyone cares about that, to be honest. Like, other games have gotten into these modern controversies, and you can see why. But with Stellar Blade, I think I said this before and I said this last year, but I think the controversy may have been on purpose just to increase the popularity of the game and the success, and they nailed it. If they did it on purpose, man, that was one hell of advertisement campaign. One hell of an advertisement campaign for Stellar Blade, you know, creating this drama around it. So most people don't give, even a lot of woke people don't give a shit about sexiness in video games, you know. As long as they don't use the words that offend them, you know, they don't give a shit. They play the fucking games, you know. They don't give a shit. It's like, oh, it's sexy, I don't care. Most people don't give a shit. It's just dramas that I think are made in the, you know, in the form of publicity. It's disguised publicity, disguised as controversies and dramas and grifting. When in reality, it's just an advertisement campaign. Those are my thoughts on Stellar Blade. But at this point, I'm sounding like a broken record. I'm repeating myself. I've been saying this since last year. But anyway, I'll play it at some point and review it. What? Tomorrow. I love IGN so much that I'm gonna do a tribute to IGN. Tomorrow, man. Tomorrow I'll start writing the script. I swear to God, IGN deserves all the tribute and love they can get. As you may already notice, I don't give a flying fuck. I never have, actually. Maybe back then it looked like I did, but no, I don't give a flying rat's ass, a fucking piece of shit about what other YouTubers do, man. If everybody is talking about this, I don't give a shit. I'm here to do my reviews and my top 10s, my live streams, and that's it. The entire internet is talking about something and every single reviewer on YouTube is talking. I don't give a fuck. I think you know that already. What game have you never done a proper review on but want to? Meet my video game collection, man. About 70% of it, probably 80%. What a question. Because if you think about it, you know, there's over 500 RPGs in my blog. Go to my website right now, you will find a link to my blog in the description. And also a link to my Patreon page, support the channel if you can. We're going through some hard shit here on YouTube. It's pretty fucking bad, the US dollar went down. There's barely any support. Consider supporting me on Patreon so I can continue making videos. You will also find a link to my books. If you want to buy my books and read them and insult me and leave a shitty review on Amazon, feel free to do so, as long as you buy them and read them. Read them. So anyway, if you go to my blog right now, you will find like there's over 500 RPGs. And if you go to my playlists on YouTube, there's a playlist on this channel called Reviews. You know, if you go there, I think you're gonna find like 100, you know. So imagine, I'm only 1/5 there. I have a long way to go, dude. I want to review all of them. I'm gonna be 75 years old and I'll still be reviewing old games. Hey guys! Can you imagine me? Like a really old man? Hey guys, what's up? Today I am going to do a review of Lumino's Ark on the Nintendo DS. This game came out about 50 years ago. It's a grid-based strategy RPG. I want to die reviewing a game. I want to have a heart attack while writing my last review. You know, it's probably going to be a time and eternity review. It's going to be so bad, and I'm going to force myself so bad to review it, and that's going to be my last review. I'm going to die in the middle of the review, you know. I'll have to do the review live. You know, it's gonna have to be live so everybody can witness my death. 95 years old and yeah, time and eternity. That's gonna be my last review. This game came out like 65 years ago when I was still in my prime back then. The game is so bad that it gave me a heart attack and it's giving me one right now. Oh! And that's gonna be the end of Eric Landon RPG. Thankfully, all of my haters will be dead, so nobody will celebrate my death. With all the recent controversies with the Switch 2, do you think that'll carry over to the next Nintendo console? Come on, man. The next Nintendo console is gonna be like in 10 years. I have no idea. But I did say something. We just released a video on my channel in Spanish. My friend and I, we talked about it, and I said in that video that I think this is it for physical media. I think the next consoles are gonna be digital only or mostly digital. They're gonna start focusing more and more on digital media. Physical games are going to start dying with this generation. I mean, they've already proven it. I just can't believe Nintendo was the first company to try that. I mean, so sure, Sony and Microsoft tried that several years ago, since the PS3 era, but they failed miserably, and they knew that, But out of all the companies, I can't believe it was Nintendo to say, hey, a lot of our games are gonna be key cards, digital games. Nintendo of all fucking companies. So if Nintendo is leading the charge, this is it. PS5 PS6, PlayStation 6 is probably gonna be digital only. I don't know what's gonna happen. We talked about these before. Redemption Reapers finally went on sale on Amazon for under $30 last week. Well, you mean the US? It's never on sale here. Never. Sales for obscure games. Redemption Reapers. Wait a second. Oh, the Japanese. I was like, oh! This is $20. But it's the Japanese version. God damn it. Yeah, I only see the Japanese version. I'm not seeing here the... Let me just put PS5. Nope. What about PS4 version? Nope. Redemption Reapers PS4, not available. Redemption Reapers Switch, maybe. No. It's become such a rare game. Does the Japanese version have English? I don't think so. I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't. It does not have English subtitles. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. Omega Quintet, that's a terrible game. Enjoy the music, but this is a terrible game. Do not play it. AVGN did that, being old and reviewing Wii games. Oh, with makeup. Yeah, I remember that. I still watch the AVGN. I'm rewatching all the James and Mike Monday episodes. I started last weekend. You heard there's a boycott on digital games by collectors? Or are you talking about the Stop Killing Games stuff? We talked about last Sunday about that, but I don't know much about it. What's the first RPG that got you into JRPGs in general? Chrono Cross. Everybody loves Grandia 1 and 2, but what's the next best? Grandia 3 and Grandia Extreme. Grandia 3. Extreme is the worst. It's still a great game, but it's the worst out of the 4. Grandia 3 is one of the best in my opinion. You own the Japanese version of Redemption Reapers and you can confirm there is English subtitles? Really? Seriously? I'm gonna have to check it out. Oh, and I can't buy it because it's like $20 plus import taxes, which are another $20. So now it's $40 and that's too much. Oh yeah, you're right. It says here Japanese, English, French, Portuguese. Whoa, wow. That's fucking great. Yeah, but they're charging me import taxes, so... Like, go fuck yourselves. Import taxes, my ass, man. And even if I don't have Amazon Prime, but even if I did have Amazon Prime, I will still play... Wait a second. No, it's just the shipping. They are included. They're including the import taxes here. which is like 62 pesos, like $3, you know. That's okay. It's still under $20 PS5 version, but the shipping, since the game comes from Japan, it's another $20. This is insane. This product is sold by Amazon Japan. It's imported. So fuck it. Great. Thank you, Zima Duvant, for the support. Finished Dark Cloud. Started Final Fantasy X International on PS2. They're completely different games. That's a huge difference. It's as if you jumped straight from Ys 8 to Redemption Reapers, you know. Anyway, so yeah, Dark Cloud. I can't believe you finished the game. It's such a pain in the ass to play and finish. I never got past the third town. Yeah, right, because every time you enter a new town, you get like a new party member. So by the time I gave up on that game, I had 3 party members, 3 playable characters. I gave up. I was like, no, not for me. It's a great game and I respect it, but I just don't. I don't like it. I don't like Dark Cloud. I prefer the second one. Or the third one. Dark Cloud 3. Do you have any collector's edition cases for any maintained Final Fantasy games? Mainline Final Fantasy games? No, I had the Final Fantasy 12 collector's edition, but since it was dirt cheap, I sold it thinking I will get it later, and I never did. I don't know how much it goes for nowadays, but it's probably still cheap, the metal case, you know, but I don't have any Final Fantasy special editions. Right? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I don't have any. Final Fantasy Special Edition. This guy is not friendly. He's horrible. Who? Which guy? If I had Bezos money, I would hire a studio to remake Grandia 2 in the same way Skies for Katie. Oh, Tricks in the Sky? First chapter is being remade? Okay. Do you listen to Norwegian black metal? No, I don't know any bands from... I mean, I know there are some bands, you know, but I don't... Nothing against them, I just haven't... I don't know, recommend one to me if you want. Dark Cloud gave Sephiroth the black materia. I feel like I missed part of your conversation. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Do you think video games are a product or art? I think they're art. Video games are art, or a form of art, or a combination of several art forms. That's what I believe. It would be good if you made top 5 RPG games exclusive to Japan, but with a fan translation. You probably missed my top 10, man. I did a top 10 fan translated JRPGs, hidden gems, and I also did one for the best ones last year. You probably missed those videos. I'm not surprised you missed them. You know, there's not a lot of interest in fan translations on only in Japan games. I don't have a big audience on that, which is why so that made a lot of people not click on the videos, and probably YouTube didn't bother recommending them to you or to a lot of viewers. But they're there in case you guys are interested. I have done a couple of top 10s on fan translated JRPGs. Are there any 3D platformers that you like? Barely any. I love Alice Madness Returns, but my biggest complaint with the game is the 3D platforming. Ironically. Most annoying JRPG protagonist. I made an entire top 10 based on that, dude. Ever listened to Udo? No. You enjoyed my review in Spanish about the Switch 2. You speak Spanish? Aren't you from like Algeria? Or did you use English subtitles or something? Well, I'm glad you enjoyed my... It was basically Oscar's review, not mine. I was just kind of there asking him questions and stating my opinion based on his first impressions. But thanks, I'm glad you enjoyed the review, Wes. You missed the first half hour. You missed 40 minutes, man. How fucking dare you? Have you no shame? What's wrong with you? Everybody should be here on time, and it takes forever. Top 10 RPGs that were promoted as non-RPGs. Okay, so I don't think it's a good idea, but I did something kind of similar. I don't know if you remember. It's called Top 10 RPGs that are not really RPGs. That were like the opposite of what you're asking. That they were kind of treated as and advertised as RPGs, even though they're kind of not, in a sense. Some of them I still treat as RPGs though, for some reason, but yeah. So I did the opposite of what you're asking me, Yum Yum. Thank you, Mystery Kid. No, I don't speak Spanish, but I'm learning Spanish right now and understanding some words. Oh, I thought you had used like English subtitles or something. There's dub, there's AI dub. You can watch I don't know if you can watch these Q&As with dubbed by AI in another language, but I'm sure you can watch my videos with that, which is crazy. I haven't checked it out. I haven't seen myself being dubbed by an AI. I don't want to for some reason. With all the reports of younger generation people getting into retro games, don't you think it'll suck when third-party sellers will sell retro games for even more outrageous prices? Yeah, we already started seeing that. That's nothing new, man. We started seeing that years ago with all of these remasters and shit. Some companies want these outrageous prices for them. You know, like, why are you selling me an old game remastered for like for the same price as a AAA game or a brand new release? It's bullshit. Why do you think Tales of Berseria gets so much hate? So I made a video called 10 Things You Didn't Know About Tales of Berseria. Remember that show? Yeah, great show, right? So I used to have a show called that, 10 Things You Didn't Know About. I talked about that in that video. You subscribed to my second channel this week? What's even more ironic is there's a lot of people watching right now and watching my videos and they aren't even subscribed to this channel. Subscribe to this channel, people. Help me defeat the algorithm. Help me fight the evil algorithm of YouTube. I mean, they're doing it on purpose, you know, but it helps if you subscribe. I mean it. Please. So anyway, in case you didn't know, I also have a second channel on YouTube. I mostly use it to upload my Twitch streams, because Twitch deletes my streams every 15 days. It's not just me. This is something that they do to almost everybody. You know, for the partners, Twitch partners, it takes like 1 month, but no one gets saved. Every single Twitch does not have cloud storage or something like that, the same way YouTube does. So they don't want to store anything. All they do is just delete everything. They don't keep anything. All the things you stream on Twitch are going away, are going to disappear in 2 weeks or in 4 weeks, no matter what. Right? So, when I found that out, you know, I started doing that. I started downloading my Twitch streams and re-uploading them on my second YouTube channel. So, there you go. I mostly use my second channel for that nowadays. And they barely get any views, you know. But I can't just upload them on this channel. They will get far more views and I will make a little bit more money, but then I will destroy probably the algorithm uploading streams and videos every day, you know. Like, I don't feel like YouTube work. I know there's a lot of YouTube channels who do that, but it's never worked for me, you know. Uploading daily videos or streams or whatever, you know, it doesn't seem to work for me, so. You should English dub your other channel so that everybody can see it. Oh, Discussion Gamer? I don't know why I don't see the option for that. Is Discussion Gamer something Oscar does, or is that primarily your channel? It's both of it's our channel. It's 50% him and 50% me, but we're all in all the videos. We have some videos that we did in the past where we were by ourselves, but it's just like 4 videos maybe. Yeah, it's our channel. It's our channel. And we don't make money. The channel is not monetized. Have you ever done a top 10 RPGs based on graphics, pixel art, cel shading? Oh, no, I haven't done that. You know, I'm planning one of these days, but I haven't yet. Have you ever done a ranking of games from level 5? Yes, I have. It was a top 10. Level 5 has so many games and I haven't played most of them, so instead I just did a top 10 best level 5 JRPGs. Check it out. This is Atelier Esca and Logi, isn't it? Ah, I knew it. The channel should have an option to English dub your podcast videos. Oscar may have that option. Oh, I'll check it out, you know. I thought I didn't have it because it's not monetized. But I don't know. How do you donate money here in this chat? So, next where you type the messages, there's a emoticon icon, right? And right next to that, it's like a dollar sign, you know? Or a currency sign, money sign. Click on that and it'll lead you there. That's how you do it. Do you think there will ever be enough Vanillaware games to do a proper top 10? Yeah, eventually. I mean, there's... So, okay, let's count them all. So we got Green Grimoire, Odin's Sphere, Dragon's Crown, 13 Sentinels, Unicorn Overlord, Muramasa the Demon Blade, Grand Knight's History. Should we throw Princess Crown in there? I mean, that's an Atlus game, you know, but a lot of Vanillaware people worked on it. And they left Atlus so they could work on Odin's Sphere, which was a spiritual successor. Odin's Sphere is basically Princess Crown too. So even if we include Princess Crown, we only have 8 games. And that's it. I think there's another one on the Nintendo DS that never left Japan, but I'm not sure. I need to check Vanillaware's list of games. So we don't have 10 yet, but they're working on it. They're working on one. Earlier this year, Vanillaware announced that they were hiring programmers and designers for a brand new game that they're working on. So maybe that's gonna be number 10, and then I'll do a top 10. I have a ranking video with Radical Reggie, you know, if you want to check it out. We ranked the Vanillaware games from worst to best, but we did that video when... first, we did the video when I didn't know 13 Sentinels was politicized. I swear I didn't know. I thought the day bullshit was just a Japanese bullshit, you know, I didn't know. And also, we did the video before Unicorn Overlord came out. That was a 2021 video, actually. It's a bit old. Eventually, I'll do a top 10. I still like Tales and Trails. Well, the old ones, you know, I don't care about the new ones. I prefer Tales. Tales! I prefer Tales. The Tales series, I think I like it more than Trails. Did you ever play any of the Legacy of Kain games? A couple of them I remember playing, Soul Reaver. I couldn't really get into it, not my type of the game, but I liked the dark and gothic aspects of it, you know, that was pretty cool. Princess Crown is on PS4 and PS5, but only in Japan. That's right, only in Japan! I don't know Dragon in Clouds. I don't really care about the new Trails games. There's a PSP Vanillaware game that was basically the prequel to Grand Kingdom. Yeah, Grand Knight's History. I just talked about it 2 days ago in a big video, 4-hour long video. You probably missed it. Didn't they make that card game roguelite? Cards RPG? No, that was Acquire. The Octopath Traveler developers. So did the guy who wanted to do a super chat here figure it out? Did you figure it out, Eric? Oh, there we go. Thanks, man. Just when I asked. Appreciate it. Have you played Ghost of Tsushima? No, it came out like 4 or 5 years ago, right? No, I wasn't interested, and I'm definitely not interested in the new game. I'm trying to understand the question you're trying to ask, Eka. I think he's trying to ask why isn't that Thousand Arms and Catherine, why is it that they don't sell a lot, like peanuts? Thousand Arms because it wasn't properly advertised, and believe it or not, it's because most people don't care for dating sims. I mean, Thousand Arms is a full-fledged turn-based RPG, right? But it also has a lot of dating sim mechanics, and most people are not into that. Catherine might be the same. Catherine did sell a lot, you know? And the fan service was one of its biggest highlights. But I believe Catherine was one of those games that has these kind of gameplay mechanics that it's a puzzle game, man. And I'll be honest, I couldn't really get into it. I beat like 1 or 2 missions and then I gave up. I have the PS3 copy of it. And I just couldn't get into it. Shield No Search just has a 100% fan translation. That's a prequel. Shield No Search is the prequel to the entirety of the R. Tonelico R No Search series. It's a prequel. That is, if you want to play all of those games in chronological order, you should start with Shield No Search. Unfortunately, and speaking about dating sims and shit, that's a visual novel. So most people won't be able to get into it. Did you ever play Live Alive? Yes, both versions. The original Super Famicom fan translated and the remake. I didn't finish either. They're good games. Just haven't found the time to go back to them and beat them. Ever played Ghost of a Tale? Never heard of it. Never heard about it. Haha. Anytime I see the words deck building or roguelike in a game description, I'm out. What terms are red flags for you? Souls-like. I'm tired of them. I have given some of them a chance. I played AI Limit not long ago, and I talked about it in the top 10. But I'll be honest, you know, Souls-like, that's I'm out. Red flag. That's a red flag for me. Souls-like, or anything that's kinda on the what's the term? Well, I'm also not a big fan of roguelikes, to be honest. You know, I don't consider the term roguelike as a red flag, but or Metroidvania and roguelike, they aren't quite red flags for me yet, but I'm so fucking tired of seeing them, you know? It's like video game developers, especially indie ones, don't know how to make new games. They just do, I want to do a Metroidvania, like everybody else, you know, a roguelike, a Souls-like, yeah, that's the shit. I'm tired of that, you know, but I don't see, like, I'm still kinda interested in some roguelikes and Metroidvanias, just not that much. Souls-like is like, fuck it, I'm not, that's a red flag, the biggest fucking red flag. Well, that's not you don't see that in any description. Woke-like? Nobody puts that in the description. Woke-like. That's great, that's a great term. You prefer 2D Dragon Quest XI rather than in 3D mode? Interesting, because the 2D mode is like really retro and looks NES, 8-bit, you know? That's interesting. Oh, that's LGBT is a tag on Steam? I didn't know that. How many hours do you give a game until you realize this is not for me? It varies, man. Sometimes it's just right at the beginning. I don't need to play for over an hour to realize it's not for me. Others, I do put a lot of hours into it, like maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, you know, until I say fuck it. Well, no, not really. That's a lie. You know, if I'm gonna put more than 4 or 5 hours into a game, that's probably because I like it. But let's leave it at that. A maximum of like 4 or 5 hours. Let's leave it at that. Yeah, I have played games before, and I put that 4 or 5 hours until I realized this is not for me. You know, some dungeon crawlers in first person. I was like, it's not for me. I still give some of them a chance. Like I couldn't finish Underknots. I talked about it in the video, and I was so excited because the game's dark and shit, but in the end, it's a dungeon. That's another red flag for me, you know? Speaking about red flags, like dungeon crawlers in first person, that's another red flag. I prefer roguelikes, believe it or not. Like, I like the turn-based combat in those games, but exploring labyrinths in first person and getting into puzzles and traps, and no. Like, no. That's another red flag for me. Nowadays, like, I used to like them. I finished some of them, some Shin Megami Tensei games, you know. But nowadays, it's like a red flag for me. What game gave you the biggest sense of disappointment? So there's a video with that title that I did a couple of months ago. It's called The Most Disappointing JRPG Ever Made. Look it up. Just click on my channel right now and you'll see it. It's like 1 or 2 months old. It's the most disappointing JRPG ever made. Check it out. How is my online gaming life now? Non-existent. Permadeath games will put hair on your chest. Oh, that's a red flag for you? Oh, well, I still like permadeath games. Do you like any point and click games? No. Nope. Can you block terms in Steam? Can you block terms on movies? On, I don't know, all those fucking streaming services, Netflix, Prime, HBO, whatever, you know, you should be able to block them too. But then there's a lot of movies that, oh, okay, this is not a movie about this and that, but it still has this and that, so they're gonna fuck you over no matter what. What the fuck were we listening to? Blade Dancer! Bad game. Blade Dancer on the PSP, it's bad. It's also on PS5 for no apparent reason. It's bad. It's not terrible, but it's bad. Gaming Odyssey. I know your username. You've been watching me for a long time. You should know by now my favorite is strategy RPGs. What a question. Oh, this is Res? Is this Res? Res. Check it out. Not the type of music I'm into, but I don't even know why I have this song. I probably talked about it in a video. I mean, it's cool. I couldn't get into this game. Have you guys played Res? Couldn't get into it. I'm not really into rhythm games for some reason. I think I prefer playing actual instruments than playing rhythm games for some reason. Hello. Anyway, this is my friend Oscar is a huge die-hard fan of this game. I like the music right now. It's not bad. Not my cup of tea, but are you a fan of the Resident Evil series? I'm a fan of the old ones. Like PS1, PS2, you know. When Resident Evil 5 came out, well, when Resident Evil 4 came out, that was like, this has gone into a completely different direction. I'm out. I couldn't get into it. I played Resident Evil 4 with an open mind. I didn't know anything about it. I wasn't anal about it before I bought it, you know, so I bought it and I played it like everybody else, and I got into the hype, and I was like, this is so different, man. I couldn't get into it. Go ahead and grab your pitchforks. I don't like Resident Evil 4. Unsubscribe. I don't care. There's a sequel to Res called Child of Eden. Yeah, on PS3 and Xbox 360. I haven't played it, but Oscar's a big fan of it. Did you ever play the Resident Evil 2 remake? No, I did not. Do you prefer playing Triple C or keep waiting for the remake? I think before you got... Didn't I answer that question already? Why are you asking me that again? Resident Evil 7 was the scariest? You mean Biohazard? Yeah, the one on VR, right? I played that. And yeah, it was scary because it's on VR. But 10 minutes later, I had motion sickness. And I almost puked my guts out. I can't play VR games. Especially if they're on first person. VR games on third person, I think I can handle it for a while. But first person games on VR, out of the question for me. I did like Resident Evil Code Veronica. Never finished it. I got stuck in a boss fight pretty late in the game, and I never went back to it. Maybe one day I'll go back to it, but Code Veronica was great. Great game. I know I was being ironic, Brian. But Biohazard. I prefer video game music. I prefer it with not lyrics. I like instrumental. When it comes to video game music, I prefer instrumental. But I'm a big fan of some songs, you know. Just not too many, because most of the video game songs with music, especially in Japan, are like idol songs, and I'm not into that. But I prefer instrumental. That's right. It was hazardous to play Biohazard for me. Don't go back to it. Probably there's gonna be a remake of it. Yeah, but I don't really give a shit about remakes. They're awful, man. I stick to the originals. Thank you very much. Did you know that the Shakugan no Shauna RPG was on PS2, but also has ads version as well? Ads? What? Ads? How can a game have ads from PS2? You mean subtitles? What do you mean ads? Ooh, that's an old series, Double Dragon. Yeah, that's a fun series. I made a series of short videos. Oh, you mean every system? I thought every year. I misread, sorry. You've been watching the best JRPGs for every system. Oh, okay. Yeah, some of those videos are really old. 7-8 years ago. I'm glad you have enjoyed them. I'm glad you are enjoying them. Oh, DS version. I thought ads. So the Shana RPG. I didn't know there was a Shana RPG. Is it fan translated? It's also on DS. What makes a perfect special edition for you? The usual art book, soundtrack, especially full soundtrack. Don't give me this music selection, 10 songs, and now give me the full thing, motherfucker. The full soundtrack, a bulky art book, some goodies, some interesting goodies, whatever. I'm fine with whatever, some special items, I don't know, and an action figure of one character or one of the best characters or the best fucking waifu in the game. That to me is like a fantastic special edition. Perfect special edition. Have you done a top 10 remix that shouldn't have been remade? No, I make those kinds of videos and no one watches them because YouTube shadow bans them. I make a video like that and it offends people, so YouTube shadow bans them. Would you ever collect video game art books? Not really, I prefer special editions. Have you ever heard the Devil May Cry 5 songs? No? What do you think of Final Fight? I like the first games on the Super Nintendo. I barely played any of the others that came afterwards. But the original trilogy on Super Nintendo, it's fucking great. Especially 2 and 3. People love the first one. Well, I like 2 and 3 more. Sampler. Oh. Well, Popolo Koroi at least is on PSP, which is the version that... it's like the definitive version, right? Definitive edition of Popolo Koroi to play on PSP, so... Yeah. You like the cloth maps Working Designs used to make? That's cool. The first Final Fight on SNES was gimped. Do you know how to improve English speaking skill? I don't have much chances practicing it. Then I don't know what to tell you, because that's the best way to improve your skills, by practicing it. There's no better way to improve a language than by practicing it. You need to talk to someone, I don't know. Watch a lot of movies with English subtitles, that's a great way. If you watch movies with or video, you play a lot of JRPGs, right? With especially movies with English subtitles, not the subtitles in your language, no, in English. So you can read the words they say and how they pronounce them. That's a great way to improve your skills too. But the best way, nothing beats speaking the language to somebody else and trying to make yourself understood. No, I don't think I'll ever give Makai Kingdom another shot. Like, I'm not really a fan of these Gaia-like games, so I don't think I ever will. This is one of those games, Makai Kingdom is one of those games, I only gave it one shot, that's all I need. Because most JRPGs, I'm like, I need to give it a second chance, right? Makai Kingdom is not one of them, it's one of the very few exceptions. I played it once and that was it. Burning Heroes? It wasn't my translated games video? Burning Heroes on the SNES? No, it wasn't. I don't even know that game. Not a fan of strategy JRPGs. Check out Napoleon here, asking me if I'm a fan of strategy or JRPGs. Am I? Am I a fan of strategy RPGs, guys? Seriously, Napoleon? What's your favorite video game movie? Oh, animated! Oh, I thought the question was about like a live action film based on a video game. What's my favorite? Well, you know what? The Silent Hill movie was great. But animated video game movie? I haven't seen the Tales of Vesperia movie. I don't think I've seen one. Oh, you know, I watched the Dragon Quest V movie. That one, that's my favorite. I really like that one, you know. Really like the movie. Came out like 7 years ago, wasn't it? Didn't it? Like 6-7 years ago. People will prefer. Yeah. About Popolo Croy, yeah. Is there a Switch translated game? I don't know, I don't think so. They should translate Record of Grand Crest War on PS4. That's a real-time strategy RPG that never left Japan. Record of Grand Crest War. It looks great! You know, somebody should translate that. Did you know that Xenosaga has a DS game? Yeah, the first two games were ported and basically butchered into the DS. It came only in Japan, the Xenosaga DS release. I have talked about it, man. Never even been, so you're new. Welcome to Eric Landon RPG Live, Napoleon. I'm a bit of an asshole. Never mind me. I'm a huge fan of strategy RPGs. It's my favorite video game genre. Final Fantasy Spirits Within. Ooh! Masterpiece. How many strategy RPGs do you think you've played in total? Ooh, I don't know. At least 150. At least. 200, I don't know, maybe. But at least 150. My personality is really great. Are you making fun of me? There was someone like an hour ago who showed up to say I'm a horrible person. That I'm not friendly. I'm not nice. I'm offensive. Me too, Yum Yum. That I couldn't agree more. I also want a fan translation of Blade Arceus. Blade Arceus for PS4 or Switch. That if people, for those who don't know, Blade Arceus is a fighting game based on some of the Shining games, like Shining Blade, that I just talked about a few weeks ago, and Shining Tears. Great fan service, beautiful art style. I've played the Japanese version of that game. It's a great fucking fighting game. We need an official localization. Well, wasn't it Didn't it get an official release, English release on Steam? But only on Steam? I could be wrong though. The real Napoleon was the best ever player at strategy RPGs. Well, you can play as Napoleon in Banner of the Maid. He is a playable character for like 3 missions. Does Record of Granka's War have anything to do with Record of Lodoss War? No. But you should see the anime. It's an anime. Record of Granka's War, it's an anime. A really good anime. Yeah, it's just the series I kinda dislike. I'm a big fan of this Gaia 2, for example. I just talked about this Gaia 2 in a video, like a few days ago. In the top 10 that I did. Yeah, I like some of these Gaia games, but I'm not really, I wouldn't call myself a fan. But yeah, it's just this Gaia. So, some Final Fantasy Tactics game I'm not really a fan of, but... I'm a huge die-hard Fire Emblem fan. Especially the old ones. The new ones, not so much. I have played Eternal Eyes on PS1, that's really fucking obscure. That's one game that doesn't even have its own Wikipedia article. Eternal Eyes. The game is like, It's not bad, it's not great either, it's just, it exists. I did not like Final Fantasy 16. If you join my Patreon page, you can listen to my whole review of it. That's a review of my Final Fantasy 16 review is not a review you're gonna find in this channel. It's exclusive for Patreons. On patreon.com, link in the description. Support the channel if you can. Do you play any free-to-play? No, I hate free-to-play games. This Gaia 3 is not on PC? Wow, that's insane. This Gaia 2 is on PC. This Gaia 3 is not on PC? That's fucking crazy. Aren't all of these Gaia games on PC nowadays? All of them. Except 3? That's fucking crazy. Well, is it 3 considered as the worst? So all of them except 3. That's crazy. What about D2? This Gaia D2. I think it was a PS3 exclusive. Is that on PC? I mean, it's crazy that this Gaia 3 is not on PC, but I'm not surprised considering it's... I think it's considered as the worst this Gaia game ever made. For some reason. I don't know. I only played that game for like 2 hours and that was it. Would you be more interested in Final Fantasy 17? No, I don't. I fucking hate modern Final Fantasy, man. Everybody knows it. The internet knows it. There's a really fucking popular Reddit post about some fucking loser saying that I hate Final Fantasy. No, correction. I hate modern Final Fantasy. Retro Final Fantasy, I fucking love. Modern Final Fantasy, kiss my ass. You hated this Gaia 6, so I don't trust 7? Oh, well, I only played the demos of those 2 games. And I was like, you know what, I'm done with this Gaia. Like, I like them, I think they're good, but I just can't get into this Gaia anymore. Like, a couple of years ago, I tried playing this Gaia 5, just to see how far I could make it, and I didn't make it very far. I got tired of it. Lightning can go to hell? Yeah, that's when I started hating Final Fantasy. Oh, in this Gaia 6, you can AI program everything and not play the game? Really? The game plays itself? Does it have a good story? If it has a good story, then I'm gonna do that. Let the game play itself, yeah, so I don't have to do all the item world grinding that these Gaia games force you. Final Fantasy 3 on the DS? Oof. I really wanted to like it. I talked about it about a month ago, right? I made a top 10 JRPGs, great JRPGs with a fatal flaw. Final Fantasy 3 on the DS was there. I really wanted to like that game, but I just couldn't. I don't hate it though. Have you played any of the Fire Emblem GBA ROM hacks? Ooh! My man, I've played like over 20 at this point, probably more. And I finished a lot of them. My favorites, Requiem, Road to Ruin, Oh my god, what was the last one that I played about the family? There's the mom and brothers and sisters, you know? Oh my god, I forgot about that one. I forgot the name. Yeah, but I played a lot of them. Huge fan of Fire Emblem ROM hacks. They are the only ROM hacks I care about. Like, I don't play any other ROM hacks except Fire Emblem ROM hacks. Do you think PS1 era Final Fantasy is the best? Yes. Super Nintendo and PS1. That's the best era for. That was the best era for Final Fantasy. Am I playing a game or a cutscene? That's modern games now, modern AAA games. You like the remake version of? I don't like Pokemon. Any Pokemon. I just don't care. I don't hate Pokemon. Nothing against the series. I just can't get into it. I'm not interested. I like some Mario and Luigi RPGs. Bowser's Inside Story was fantastic. But I haven't played most. I haven't played much of the others. But the one that I really played was Bowser's Inside Story. That's right, Final Fantasy 4 to 9 was Final Fantasy at its best. Couldn't agree more. I like 10 and 12, but 4 to 9, that was the golden age of Final Fantasy. Shin Megami Tensei is my Pokemon. Right? Exactly. Agreed 100%. That's my Pokemon too. Even though Shin Megami Tensei came before Pokemon and probably influenced Pokemon. I'm gonna dare to say that Pokemon wouldn't exist without Shin Megami Tensei. Fight me if you disagree. Final Fantasy X-2 was when it started going downside for me, and then 13 happened and that was like the last straw. Do you hate Monster Rancher? No, I don't hate Monster Rancher. I don't like Monster Rancher, but I don't hate it. I'm not shy on expressing my hatred for some games like Final Fantasy X-2, you know. I have no reason to lie to you, to say, no. Please don't think badly of me, I don't hate Pokemon. No, I just don't. I have no problem saying that I fucking despise Final Fantasy X-2, though. Suikoden 2 is my Pokemon. I don't like Yuna and Tidus laughing together. Hey, I like Final Fantasy X. That's a great game. I gave it a whopping 8.2 or 8.4 in my blog, so... If you think I dislike Final Fantasy X, you're mistaken, but the laughing... I dislike Tidus. But not the game itself. Yeah, Rhapsody, the Rhapsody trilogy, I really like it. I mean, none of the 3 games are like super great, you know, but I like it a lot. Jade Cocoon is your Pokemon? It is Pokemon, basically. That's a really ironic comment. Jade Cocoon is literally a Pokemon ripoff. Well, I like Digimon Survive. The Digimon game nobody liked. The Digimon game fans hate. I loved it. Do you like Dissidia? Nah, not really. Nothing against Dissidia, I just can't get into the fighting mechanics, you know. I'm a 2D fighter at heart. 3D fighters or bizarre experiments like Dissidia, not my cup of tea. Is Dragon Seed a monster breeder genre? Probably, yeah. That's on PS1, right? I know that game. What is your favorite minigame in an RPG? I'm not really into minigames in RPGs, to be honest. I always skip them or ignore them. Unless they're mandatory, like in freaking Suikoden, to recruit somebody. But I'm not really a fan of minigames, to be honest. But I feel like there's one. Well, this is not an RPG. A lot of people think of this game as an RPG. I don't. It's called Yakuza 0. And it has the best minigame ever made in the history of gaming. The cabaret minigame. Excellent. Excellent. That minigame alone is better than a lot of video games out there. I'd rather play the cabaret minigame in Yakuza 0 than almost any AAA game nowadays. Kudelka is an RPG hidden gem. Hidden, yes. Gem? I don't know. I don't think it's bad, but... Kudelka. Did you like the Shaman King RPG with fighting mechanics? I haven't played it. I don't like fishing minigames. I fucking hate fishing minigames, actually. This is Phantasy Star Universe. Oh, portable. Same soundtrack. Where are my super chats, people? You gotta feed the mouse. Otherwise it doesn't run. I don't know how you say this in English, you know, that we have a lot of sayings here in Mexico. So when you mention money, like the dog doesn't dance without money. Nobody uses those fucking sayings in anywhere else except in Mexico. Fucking Mexico. Do you like to listen to your own music while you play video games? Or do you prefer to listen to the game soundtrack instead? I play the game soundtrack. I never listen to anything when I'm playing video games. I don't know why people do that, though. It's just not immersive for me, you know? Like, why am I gonna play Chrono Cross while listening to Nine Inch Nails? No. I don't know. I do not know why people do that. If I'm gonna play a game, any game, I'm gonna listen to the game's music. And if the music is fucking horrible, I don't play the game. Simple as that. Can you please say something about this new Suikoden? Well, it's gonna be on phones and PC, right? If it's gonna be on Steam, then I'm interested. Because at the beginning when it was announced, I thought it was gonna be only for phones. And I was like, fuck that, I'm not interested. But apparently it's gonna be released on Steam. So now I'm interested. So I'll at some point I'll play it and let you guys know if I like it or not. Hopefully it won't have any political bullshit, but if it does, then I won't talk about it. I'm done with those games. But if it doesn't, then I'll play it and recommend it. You know, I'm interested. You know, it's a new Suikoden game after like 20 years. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how Konami handled the series. I think it's just Konami testing the waters because it's I think it's called a new leap, right? Something like that. But I think Konami is releasing this game to test the waters, and if there's enough interest and success, they will probably do Suikoden 6 after so many years. But I don't trust Konami. So we'll see what happens. Far East of Eden 0 in SNES. That's right, I haven't talked about that and I haven't played it. I think I played a song from that game in today's playlist. Red Earth. It's an arcade fighting game. That's right, I've played that. That's a good game. Tormented Souls is a hidden gem on the chest. It is. That's a great fucking game. Only the sun rises for free. Oh, that's a great saying, Denise. So where are my super chats, people? Only the sun rises for free. Did you ever play the first Legend of Heroes games on TurboGrafx 16? Yes, I did. Dragon Slayer, and I played it precisely on TurboGrafx. Never finished it, though. I don't think it's a... It aged, like, it's just random encounter fest. A grind fest and a random encounter fest. In the end, I couldn't get into it, but I wish I could have played that game back in the day. I probably would have loved it. Great music. It's already got a page on Steam. Do you mean Suikoden New Leap? That's interesting. Well, I don't know, Jonathan. You see, I don't understand Konami. No love for the cooking game in Suikoden 2? No love. Anyone here play Persona Phantom X? I didn't. I don't play mobile games, so... I think it got good reviews apparently, but I don't know. What do you think of enhanced versions of GBA? You mean like the Final Fantasy, Breath of Fire? Is that what you're asking? I think they're decent, you know. A bit butchered, you know, but decent. Like, the original versions are usually better. Breath of Fire, though, I think Breath of Fire, I've never been able to decide if I like the GBA versions over the Super Nintendo versions. But Final Fantasy, Game Boy Advance, for example, 4, 5, and 6 are great. But I think the original SNES and PS1 games are better. Thank you, Sleepy Gamer. Even if it's £2, it helps. Shining Force, though, I have mixed feelings about it. For years, I thought it was the best version of Shining Force to play, but at the end of the day, the sound is like kind of bad. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I can tell you Lunar, for example, that's the worst version of Lunar to play. Play any Lunar version over the Game Boy Advance version, but it's not a bad version, but it's the worst version. Thank you, Denise, for becoming a member. Do you prefer Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest? Nowadays, I prefer neither, man. Did you ever get into those light gun shooters back in the arcades? A little bit, yeah, I did play House of the Dead, I played Terminator 2, Jurassic Park, you know, when I was little. I never really got into them. Have you ever played Skyrim? Yeah, the beginning and twice, and I always get bored. I don't like the Elder Scrolls. I find them boring. Thanks again for the super chat, Sema Devant. Shining Force and EXA and Neo are good if you play them for what they are instead of what they are not. Exa, I agree. I think it's a great game. Neo was not so good. I'm just not. I don't know, man. I don't think it was great. It's playable, Neo. Exa is much better. Now you're a member here and on Twitch. Thank you very much, Denise. I appreciate that a lot. Did you beat .hack.gu Volume 3 before? I'm a big fan of the series. I'm insulted that you're asking me that. How dare you? I'm a big fan of .hack.gu. I've beaten the entire trilogy twice and even played the last Recode Remaster with episode 4, which is like a 5-hour long episode, but it's good. Eric sent one Eric Landon RPG membership to Devo's Lego. There you go, Devo. You got a membership. I do have some members only videos. Some live streams and some videos, you know. Got the unedited interview I did with the creator of Shadow Hearts in Zoom. It wasn't written, you know. I talked to him. I got a video called How I Make My Videos, using a top 10 as an example, something like that, you know. So if you want to idea that you got some live streams, you know, old live streams. There's one with kinky games on PS2, sexy games on PS2. If you want to check it out, become a member. Those are the perks, Denise. I was just saying them. Those are the perks. You get access to some videos that I've done that are not available to the public. Yeah. Thank you, LTD Dream. Hey, you then, to your thoughts. When is Xenogears Remake? I don't think we'll ever get a Xenogears Remake because the game is so... It probably is a game that is so offensive nowadays that Square Enix wouldn't dare remaking it. They will have to change the entire script 100%. I don't think we'll ever get a remake, but if they do, if we ever get a remake, it's probably gonna be super different and altered and probably bad. Eiyuden 2 though? What? Are you asking me about the first Eiyuden or what do you mean Eiyuden 2? There's no such thing as Eiyuden 2. Thank you, Michael Thornton. He asks, just finished Trails of Cold Steel 2, playing 3 now. Hope you are doing well. Thank you. Be patient with 3. It's a really slow game. It's a bit boring, especially if you're gonna do all the side quests. You're gonna spend a lot of time with Juna's party, you know, and she's not the best character in the game. We can't. Come on, guys. Juna is interesting. Leave Juna alone. Be patient with the game. That's all I can say. It gets awesome near, like, halfway through the game. It gets awesome. But the first half of Trails of Cold Steel 3, you're in for a slow burn, man. What's the best console for JRPGs in your opinion? The PlayStation 2. Hands down, no questions asked. PlayStation 2. Have you ever played RPGs patched for rebalance difficulty or lower random encounters? No! I'd love to do that one day. I'd love to play a hack of Suikoden 5 with reduced encounter rate. Somebody please do that. Or Breath of Fire 2. What types of female character do you like in game? I'm an author, so I don't have a preference, you know. I like all of them. I think it's easy to tell you which ones I don't like. I don't like lolis or little kids. I don't like the stereotype that's like a little girl that's fucking 20, but she has the body of a little girl. I hate that. Ghosts and Goblins music. Any updates on Penny Blood? No updates. They're still working on the game and trying to find a good publisher, I think. And they're still in the lawsuit against Kickstarter. Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes 2 is in the making? Well, fuck me, man. I didn't know that. Now I know. Thanks for letting me know. I just hope 505 Games is not gonna be the publisher this time, because if it is, I'll lose all of my respect for the developer. It's gotta be a new publisher. 505 Games destroyed the localization of Eiyuden Chronicle. It's a meme. Everybody knows that. The game got a lot of hate because of that. The developers know that. They need a bit different publisher. If it's gonna be 505 Games, I'm not interested. Fuck you, Rabbit and Bear Games. Please get a different publisher. Star Ocean 5 is... I'm not sure if it's better than Final Fantasy 13. I don't know. I like it more. Even though most people will tell you it's the worst game. Another suggestion for my videos? What? A Magical Land of Oz? You mean the Wizard of Oz on the Nintendo DS? That's not a good game. I don't think it's terrible though, but the fact that you gotta run using the stylus... Oh, no, it's not? Okay, then I don't know the game you just mentioned. Sorry. Was is a SNES and NES game, okay. Yeah, almost every single JRPG on the SNES is fan-translated nowadays. Have you ever played the Trauma Center games? Oh no, I know them on the Wii, but I haven't. What's quite prominent in JRPGs? Oh, you mean the lolly? Or the girl that looks like 20 years old and she's... Oh yeah, yeah, it's quite prominent, unfortunately. They're called Mo characters. I remember the author of Legend of Legaia bitching about that and leaving Sony because of that. He was like, you're not gonna force me to do a 12-year-old kid, you know, as a main character. No, fuck that. And he left. Marisa will be the main character in Eiyuden 2. Yeah, or some kind of regular character. But the translation will turn that character into some kind of modern political bullshit guy. I have not played Ender Lilies. I really want to. I know they are the same developers as Redemption Reapers. I'm a big fan of that game, as you may already know, but I have not played the Ender Lilies and Ender Magnolia. The Ender Magnolia is an upcoming game, I know that, but I haven't played Ender Lilies. I would love to play it though. Maybe one day. Oh, you were planning to explore RPGs on PS2? Which one I recommend? Oh my god, man. I have so many. You know, there's a link to my blog in the description of this video. Click on it, and then you'll see a RPGs scores section, and you'll see a list of the best RPGs on PS2 according to yours truly. Do you think they should remake the Fate Stay Night visual novel into a 3D action RPG? What? No. I don't want anything remade anymore. All they do is ruin it. Modern companies don't care about video games anymore or delivering a good game. All they care is about inserting and propagating agendas and shit. I hate it, man. I hate the video game industry. I don't care about it anymore. I don't have any of that Garza, man. I have my laptop. That's all I got. And consoles. What do you think of I Am Setsuna? That's a great game. Nope. Not interested in remasters anymore either. I will play the Trails in the Sky remake, just to make sure it wasn't politically altered. But we'll see what happens. What is your favorite Summon Night game? I've only played 4. The Game Boy Advance spin-offs, which are action RPGs, and 5 and 6. If I had to pick one, it will probably be the Game Boy Advance games, the duology. I can't decide if I like the first game more than the second one. I think I like the first. Yeah, Soulcraft Story will be my favorite. I need to play the other ones. I know they're fan translated, and I know like Sora is always talking about them. That no, that was not Breath of Fire 3 music. I didn't. This is Phantasy Star 4. What's the worst video game controller in your opinion? Probably the Atari Jaguar controller. The one that has like a giant keyboard attached and you can't get rid of it, you know? I think there was a second version of the Atari Jaguar controller which made it much better, but the original one was pretty bad. Original Xbox controller was fucking garbage. Dreamcast was pretty bad. Nintendo 64 was pretty bad. Like, back in the day, these were good controllers, but the Intellivision and ColecoVision controllers were pretty bad. How would you feel if they made a Dot Hack versus Sword Art Online crossover RPG? I wouldn't play it. I don't know. No, it's not a bad idea, you know. And it can happen because Bandai Namco owns the IP of both. But what are your thoughts on Kickstarter and other crowdfunded games? It's great. Like I don't see eye to eye with Kickstarter and a lot of things, but crowdfunding projects is a great way to fund your projects. I always wanted to crowdfund a project, like a book or something, you know, but I feel like most people wouldn't be interested. Oh, Phantasy Star 4 is your favorite JRPG? Wow. That's my favorite Sega Genesis JRPG and one of my favorite 16-bit JRPGs of all time. I like I'm the guy who likes Phantasy Star 4 more than Chrono Trigger. Yeah, I love Phantasy Star 4, man. It's a masterpiece. The only problem with Phantasy Star 4 is that you do get a lot of random encounters. Hey, that's a hack I would love to play. Somebody asked me about hacks like that. Hacks that reduce the encounter rate. Please, somebody, is there one for Phantasy Star 4? I would love to play that. That hack. Yeah, I did play Golden Sun 1 and 2, the duology. I didn't become a fan, unfortunately. But I haven't given them one last chance. I need to give them one last chance to the Golden Sun games. So right now I'm holding my thoughts on them. But back then I couldn't get into them because of the puzzles and the encounter rates while trying to solve the puzzles. Your top 5 wishlist JRPGs to come. Weren't you just listening, man? I don't care about the video game industry anymore. I hate it. All they do is insert politics and agendas. Instead of creating a good story and a good game, they don't care about it anymore. They don't care about gamers anymore like you and me. If you can date one girl in video games, who will it be? Oh, here we go! The waifu topic of today. Time brought by Time Game here. The waifu topic on every Q&A. I don't know, man. I will probably think. I have to think about the answer truthfully. I wanna, because every time somebody asks me that, I just pick my favorite waifus, you know. But I have to think about personality. I can't just date. I'm almost 40 years old, man. Can't just date a hot girl. I know she's not gonna get along with me, you know. So I don't know. I will probably date. Let me think of my favorite games. Let's start with Chrono Cross. Oh boy. Like Harley, probably. But I just don't like her dressed as a clown nowadays. It was cool back then, but nowadays he's like, no. Next game. Let's talk about the Suikoden games. Ooh, here we go. There's a lot. I will probably date Odessa Silverberg. I mean, she and I probably wouldn't get along. She will always be trying to start a revolution and probably get me killed or get herself killed. That's Odessa Silverberg for you. Like I wouldn't date Jean, you know. Would you go out with a girl like Jean? Every single human being on the planet will be staring at her. And she will comply because she barely wears anything, you know. No. I'm one of those guys. Like I see girls like that and I stare. But when those girls are my girlfriend, no, we need to cover them up. From top to bottom. I don't want any other motherfucker out there watching them or staring at them. Let's see some of your... Sierra? I will date Sierra. I will definitely date Sierra. She and I will get along. You're right, Sierra from Suikoden 2. She's my favorite character in the Suikoden franchise and universe, by the way. I will date Sierra. No, I haven't made any progress to the Triple C game. Like I said to you before when you were not paying attention, I don't know if I should play it. Like I'm not gonna answer the question, man. Go back to when I answered that question 2 hours ago. Was Valkyrie Profile an action RPG on PS4? Oh, Valkyrie Elysium? No, it's trash. So Yum Yum will date Kisara. I will probably date Kisara as well, but I don't think she and I will get along. Garza Man will date Mila Maxwell. Same as with Jean. Like, come on, put something else. Put more layers in your clothes. Please. What's her name from Sakura Wars? Oh, my waifu? I will date her. I mean, she's a bit of an alcoholic, and she's so jealous of Sakura, but yeah, I will date her. People's, what? You will date, Jerry will date Miss Kawakami from Persona 5. The teacher? Okay. Yeah, maybe I will date her too. I will date maybe the punk girl doctor. Oh, you know what? The fortune teller. Oh yeah, what's her name? The fortune teller. I dated her a lot. But you know my Persona 5 waifu, you know who she is. You wanna see my Persona 5 waifu? This is my Persona 5 waifu. Sorry, it's too fucking big. This is my Persona 5 waifu. There. That's my girl. You will date Shizuna. I don't know who that is. I fucking hate Daybreak. Titania from Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I will date Titania too. Sadayu Kawakami from Persona. That's the fortune teller? Probably not, right? Would you date Fran from Final Fantasy XII? No. I don't want my girlfriend to walk around the streets in a thong. No. Would you date Lightning? Lightning from Final Fantasy XIII? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Best Final Fantasy game ever. I'm a big fan, so yeah. Fran doesn't like anyone that isn't Balthier. That's the truth right there. You will date Emma from Trails of Cold Steel? Me too. Well, yeah, me too. Actually, me too. The what? The shadow have formed what? Are you on drugs, Mr. Bones? The sniper from Valkyria Chronicles. I forgot her name. Which Valkyria Chronicles? The first one? Rosland will date Estelle Bright. I will date Estelle as well. But she's like all in love with Joshua. She doesn't care about anybody except Joshua. Jonathan will date Blue from Breath of Fire. Oh, okay. That's kind of kinky. Opera in Star Ocean, the second story. Santos will date Opera. Yeah, me too. Well, she's 2. I will date her too, probably. Would you date the lady with glasses from Devil Survivor 2? The lady with oh no! I mean, she's so hot, right? But no! I would never go out with a woman like that. Not because of how she dresses, but because she's just... No. She's an idol, man. Come on. We wouldn't even last 2 seconds in a date. Oh, the first sniper from the first Valkyria Chronicles. I don't know her name. I thought you meant the sniper in Valkyria Chronicles 4. Kai, I will date her. Instantly, immediately. Don't date Vicky from Suikoden, she'll ghost you. That's a good joke. Faris from Final Fantasy V. I like that character a lot. She was my favorite character from Final Fantasy IX, but she's into cross-dressing, so no thanks. No. The Doctor from Persona 5, yeah, I will date her. But I really like the fortune teller a lot. Gradius music. Gradius. You will date the Queen from Stella Glow. The Queen? You mean the Queen? What do you mean the Queen? Don't spoil it. Oh, the Queen! Yeah, nah, okay, nah. I get it now. Yeah. Yeah, she's hot. Sheena from Tales of Symphonia. She seems like... I will date her too. But I will say, you know what, Sheena? You should wear a proper bra instead of just some bandages. Rydia from Final Fantasy IV. 2B. 2B and I wouldn't get along. I will date A2. That she can have all the edginess. Look, yeah, I don't have to be edgy anymore. My wife can take that for me. I will date A2. But she's an android, man. Quistis. I will date Quistis. I will date the fuck out of Quistis. Not my action figure with the AI voice though. No, the real one. You will date Fina from East. The goddess. Leknat? I like Leknat. What's wrong with Leknat? I like her from Suikoden. Kudelka? Sanji will date Kudelka. She's pretty hot. But I don't know. I don't think I will date Kudelka. You will date the bird. Bird is a word. I will date Lila from Tales of Cesteria. Oh, you're a lady. Dragon in Clouds is a lady. Okay. Oh, you meant for me. Who did you mean for me? Oh, the sniper. Oh, okay. No. I don't remember the sniper. Weren't there like 3 snipers in that game? Fern Salini will date Atelier Marie. Okay, good choice. What about the 3 chicks from Grandia? Oh, that would be so much fun. Any of them, all 3 of them are so much fun. I will date Mio. The nerdy girl with the glasses. I will date Mio. She's my favorite of the 3. I will date her. Nina from Breath of Fire. Which one? Which Breath of Fire? There's 4 of them. Okay, remember, there's 4 Breath of Fire games. Not 5, and certainly not 6. There are just 4 Breath of Fire games, okay? So which Nina from which of the 4 Breath of Fire games? Cross will date Alice Elliott from Shadow Hearts. Yeah, me too. I will date the spy though instead, or Karen from Shadow Hearts Covenant. Holy crap! Ori says Dana from Lacrimosa of Dana. You will date her. I feel like Dana will be too much into her own world, that she wouldn't pay attention to me at all. I would rather date Laxia. Laxia will be bitching about everything, but then I wouldn't have to bitch about anything anymore. I'll be like, oh, she can do all the bitching for me. But I like Laxia because she has this, I love Laxia. She's at tsundere, but she's like softy on the inside, you know. Sanji gifted 5 memberships to Terrified Monk, to a bunch of lurkers. Well, I've seen Jason before. You will date Virginia? Virginia from where? Wild Arms 3? Yes, I will. Definitely. Christ from Valkyrie Profile? Yeah, I will. The waifu topic always goes for like an hour. No, it doesn't. It started like 10 minutes ago. It only goes for like 20 minutes. You should do a versus episode for waifus. The waifu wars. Thank you, Yum Yum. I don't want to be a killjoy to you all, but can we talk about more games? I want a real waifu in real life, because fantasy is not real. Billy Joel? You like Billy Joel? Well, I want a waifu in real life as well. These cartoon characters do nothing for me. Yeah, we can go back to the game talk. I called you the perfect girlfriend on my last stream? Really? Wasn't it? Are you sure it wasn't somebody else? How can I know you're the perfect girlfriend if I don't even know how you look like, where you're from, what's your age? What if you're a bot? What if you're an AI posing as a girl? What if you're a... Never mind. What was that one chick from... What? Can we not talk about Ubisoft? Can we not? Do you consider Shenmue an RPG? No. I know a lot of people do, but no, I don't. It's like Yakuza. Yakuza from 6 and before that, I don't consider them as RPGs, but I can see why people do. Like, I wouldn't argue. If people told me Shenmue was an RPG, I would be like, I don't think it's an RPG, but I respect that you think it is. Why are there so many unlicensed Taiwanese JRPGs for Sega Genesis? Well, it's not a JRPG, it's a Taiwanese RPG then. I played one called The Legend of Wukong. It's... it's not a bad game, but it's not a good game either. It's like, it's just there, The Legend of Wukong. Not to be confused with Black Myth Wukong, no. The Legend of Wukong on the Sega Genesis on license. It was alright. But to answer your questions, I don't know why they are so many. I have no idea. Did you play God on SNES? No, I know the game, but no. Did you know X-Men Legends or Marvel Ultimate Alliance? Yes, I have played them. They're basically RPGs. I've never played X-Men Legends, but I did play the first Marvel Ultimate Alliance with my brother because it has a multiplayer option. We made it far, but we didn't finish it because we got to a point where we didn't know what to do or where to go. And when we looked up a guide, we were too far lost to figure it out, so we never finished the game. But it's a good game. I don't think it's that good though, but it's a good game. I can't speak for the others. Oh, now I remember Dragon in Clouds. Okay, I remember, yeah. You force your boyfriend to take his gaming time right at the end. Okay, now I remember. Yeah, I remember you. Yeah. So yeah, you're a great girlfriend. I wouldn't know about the Spyro PS2 trilogy. I've never played it. I played the PS1 trilogy, not the PS2 one. Have you rage quit any JRPG since your last rage quit video? Oh yeah, a lot. I just haven't done a new rage quit video. I don't see the point. It's gonna be a massive failure because fucking YouTube, man. But I would love to make another rage quit video. Yeah, a lot. I'll give you one right now off the top of my head. Loop 8. Loop 8 Summer of Gods. I rage quit in that game. Dual Orb 2. That was a live rage quit. I feel like I rage quit in another game recently. Not long ago. You remember Dual Orb 2? Tell us please how you like Brave Fencer Musashi on PS1. Didn't I read? That's another one. That's another rage quit one. I rage quit in that one. Fuck that game. I agree, the PSP... Wait, what? The PSP version of what? Oh, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. So I play the PS2 version. You should make an obscure import RPGs that have English video. Oh, you mean like PlayAsia stuff? You mean that? Because the first thing I thought was fan translations. I've done that already. Several videos on that, but... Obscure imports. You mean like PlayAsia releases, right? Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea for a video. Dual Orb 2 was complete, not a BS. It's just a massive grindfest. That's what it is. But I got stuck in that part and I couldn't go out to grind and heal. So fuck it, man. The Dual Orb 2 fuck up was mine, but I still believe that even if I hadn't fucked up and got myself locked, I still wouldn't like the game. It's just way too hard and grindy. Do you know Magical Vacations for GBA? Yes, I do. I haven't played it. I played the Nintendo DS sequel, which is great. Oh, don't worry, I have rage quit in Valkyria Chronicles as well. All of them. There's always that one mission or two, you know. The final boss in Valkyria Chronicles is fucking horseshit. But I love those games passionately. Have you finished a game just to get it over with? No, I never do that. No, I've never forced myself to finish a video game. Never in my whole life. I don't like something, fuck it. That's it. It's a video game, you know. Video games are meant to be enjoyed. I'm not some masochist. But I do take the masochism in some games if they're great. Like the one that I'm playing right now. Baten Kaitos Origins. Oh, let me guess, you are fighting the bird. Did you play Dragon Seed PS1? That is the second question of Dragon Seed I've gotten today. Nobody ever asks me about Dragon Seed. It's so weird. I did play it, couldn't really get into it, not my cup of tea. Do you think Star Ocean 2 on PSP should have an easy mode? I never finished the game on PSP. It should have had one on PS1 though. There's too many good games in the backlog to finish bad games. Exactly! Exactly! And ever since I became a YouTuber, I'm always like, I've had that mentality since I became a reviewer. I just don't have time to finish bad games. Why would I do that? What is the best turn-based game to play addictive in your opinion? The most addictive turn-based RPG ever made? Any Suikoden game. Chrono Cross. What's your favorite game to chill with? I don't find video games chilling. I find them challenging. You gave up on a game called Cult of the Lamb? Never heard about it. I don't like Monster Hunter. Nothing against the series, you know, I just can't get into it, you know, I don't like it. It does not appeal to me. Would you ever want to make a game of your own? Yeah. I would love to make a game of my own. I would love to make an RPG on my own. But I can't. I suck at everything except writing. But I would love to work with a team, you know, of professionals to make a video game. Do you consider Dragon Valor an RPG or not? Yes, it is. It's an action RPG. The RPG elements are pretty tamed, though, but it's an action RPG. I can't stand making video games, man. I can write stories. I don't have a patience. Why do we always get into this conversation? Some of you may already know. Some of you already know how I feel about making my own RPG. I don't have the patience or talent for it. I can write the story and then a team can do the rest. That's what I can do. A bad game you enjoy playing? No, I don't know. If I enjoy playing something, that means I don't think it's bad. This is ridiculous. This song. That's exactly what I will do, Michael Thornton. I will write the story for a game like that. Redemption Reapers or Eternal Poison. With no characters like Reina. Yeah, I think Crusader of Senti is an action RPG. It's very... It's a Zelda Link to the Past ripoff, but with RPG elements, you know. Yeah, but visual novel... I already did one visual novel a long time ago. That was in 2011. 14 years ago I made a visual novel. It's here on YouTube, but you can't watch it because they didn't block the videos, but they had like copyright claims because I used music from bands. And you had to watch because most people would watch it on their phones. It's not watchable on phones. The fonts I used for the text are really small, so my visual novel is something you gotta watch on a big screen or on a computer at full screen. Otherwise, you won't be able to read anything. So I unlisted the videos, you know, and my visual. Yeah, maybe I should make it public, but it's been such a long time. What game will you defend until your dying day? Chrono Cross. Always. Will your RPG main character be male or female? In my video game, I don't know. I've written books with both. I have books with male protagonists and books with female protagonists. Depends on how I feel, on what I'm interested in telling at the moment of writing the story, you know? That's what I will do. And that's the last question of today's stream, everybody. That's it for the Q&A of today's Q&A. Thanks a bunch for all the support and the super chats. Appreciate that, keeping the streams alive. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Take care. Have a great day. Say goodbye to Makoto. There you go. Bye, Makoto. Thanks for watching. Bye.